your girl Jay. Actually, V. High Priestess. Y'all, I told y'all there was going to be something going on funky with censorship in the internet. God be putting you on game when you be paying attention. And so I'm trying to... You ain't about to get me. Tobacco. Hydrate, light it if you got it. Hey! We back. Y'all, I can feel Sagittarius season. Oh, I can't even touch the bells now? Like I said, hydrate, light it if you got it. We create a safe space for my benevolent ancestors, Mother God, Father God, Mother Earth. Thanking you for the most useful, hopeful, and divinely aligned messages for this reading that we are doing, where we are exploring Jupiter and Uranus retrograde in Taurus. Yo, Patreon gets everything first, so just putting that out there. All the links are in the description box below. Let's get into it. Y'all, relax, breathe. Take some time with me. I don't know why I feel dramatic all of a sudden. It's the Taurus energy. It's the Taurus energy. Dramatic AF. Anyway, when we're talking about Jupiter, y'all, exactly. When we're talking about, and this is Sun in Taurus, that's funny. It's funny, I was just saying, it's the Taurus energy. I look down and it's the Taurus card. So yeah, that's what the drama. Anyway, when we're talking about Jupiter, we're talking about the freedom to expand, the freedom to explore. It's luck, travel, philosophy, and it's interesting the differentiation between Jupiter and Sagittarian themes, but specifically Jupiter is, you know, optimism and abundance. But the thing is you can have an abundance of bullshit. Abundance does not mean prosperity. They may be synonymous, but they do not have necessarily an equal meaning. Yeah, I feel like they are synonymous, prosperity and abundance. But the English language just has been all kinds of riddled with tricks and spells, and we gotta be specific. Like I said, hydrate, light it if you got it. We're going in. So then we've got Uranus. Uranus, the rebel planet, the planet of upheaval. Uranus is all about rebellion and freedom, and he is the great awakener. He is the unexpected. Uranus is your urges and electricity, baby. I got the body electric. I got the body electric, baby. Well, I don't know why. I got that body electric. Got that body electric. I don't know why Lana came through. Okay, go check out Body Electric by Lana Del Rey. You will not be fucking disappointed. That's one of my jams. Anyway, yes, but Uranus is electricity. And I think it's interesting because he's going direct in Aquarius season, the season that he rules. And then we have Taurus. Taurus energy, the sign of I have. Taurus is values and money and possessions and like the dunya, the 3D, like here tangible world, you know, that this dunya that we're in. And then retrogrades energy. Retrogrades are about reevaluation. It's time to reimagine, rediscover, redesign. It's time to slow the fuck down. During retrogrades, we are not supposed to be going full pace. There is something about slowing yourself down, allowing yourself to evaluate, check yourself before you fucking wreck yourself. Remember the tortoise won. And so ultimately, it's just like slow down so we can reevaluate all those themes that I just mentioned, you know, and to go ahead and get into it, I want to ask specifically, what does Jupiter want us to reevaluate? What does Jupiter retrograde in Taurus 2023? What does Jupiter retrograde want us to reevaluate? What do we need to look at? Page of Wands and then the King of Wands. See, I love me a Jupiter retrograde. Like wonderful things happen in Jupiter retrogrades. Two of Pentacles reverse. I don't know why I just heard from ashy to classy. And that's what going from the page to the knight started from the bottom. Now we're here and we don't have to put in all of this hustle and bustle and flow and angst and energy into creating this well-oiled machine that we create when we allow ourselves to act within our purpose and start a passion and slowly and steadily build something until we just settle into a fucking throne up under us. Especially if you have Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements, I feel like this is a big sign about slowing down and seeing the forest for the trees. Allowing yourself to understand the power of a slow burn, baby. Casey Musgraves. A slow burn, baby. Started from the bottom, now we're here. And then next thing you know, I know the Emperor somewhere in there. After the King of Wands, the only place up is the Emperor, which is Aries energy. Don't get me, anyway. I do feel like Jupiter retrograde wants you to reevaluate your relationship to your passions, to your dreams, because your purpose is tied up in that shit. And I feel like there is a mantle, there is a throne, there is a very specific path that will lay out before you if you just like fucking bet on yourself and you just go after the things that you're passionate about. I feel like it won't feel like, you won't realize that you're doing as much work as you're doing. You'll end up getting to the point kind of like where I feel like I'm at, where there's something here about, okay, I didn't go through all of this just to like work and blind myself to the fact that we still need fun, you know, there's still play that's needed, blah 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 blah. So I do feel like the inner Jupiter retrograde in Taurus wants you to reevaluate your relationship to your inner child. What did you want to do when you were a kid? What have you been doing since you were a kid that you can like build upon or lean into? Or is that a skill or a gift or a talent or something of that nature that you can develop in some sort of way? And like for instance, me, I have been like astrology has just gotten it since I was a kid. Like it just like came through, and the more that I study it, and it wasn't until I got to like complex astrology where math and all that shit gets involved, and then I was like like that's when it really became a struggle. So some of you, even that's a sign for that to come up, to like overcome that, allow yourself to move towards mastery. So I have been into astrology and low-key, high-key telling people what to do since I was a kid. Libra rising. I've just always been able to like see the way, see the path. Cancer moon. It's just for your good. I'm a fucking mother. That's how it is. It's just like, anyway. And so at some point, you know, when Tarot got thrown into the mix, it was just like, oh my God, duh. Like, oh my God, duh. Oh my God. And so I feel like there's something that you've been doing and you've been like, it's just something you innately, organically do. And for some, okay, and say for those of you who have not started like the path to your purpose, initiate that shit. Jupiter retrograde wants you to reevaluate what you can grow, how you can make how you can make $1 out of 15 cents, how you can really get yourself to a point where you create a well-oiled machine and you don't have to spend so much time grinding. You can really start to, because the thing is, and I just heard Kevin Hart's, everybody wants to be famous, but nobody wants to put the work in. Everybody wants to be famous, but no, and there's something about like y'all, so now I'm talking to the rest of you who had already put the work in. Here comes the fame, or here comes the recognition. Here comes the like you getting noticed. Here comes the like masterful portion of things where you don't have to fucking work so much. You need to now learn how to balance delegation and control and not seeing everything, and you're needing to balance faith, and you're needing to allow yourself to trust other people, to let love in. You're now needing to invest in play and diving into reconnecting with your inner child so you can like play with new passions. For some of you, this is a new business that eventually will come, but for some of you, this is about like love and romance and play and intimacy with yourself and just self-exploration, and you really like falling in love with yourself. And then bam, you like, I feel like some of you who have been like working really, really hard, those of you who are entrepreneurs, those of you who have like, it's like reached a character arc, or there's like some like big obstacle, especially if you have like Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Scorpio, maybe Capricorn placements. I feel like there is this like apology that you've needed to give to yourself, or there is like self-love that you've needed to give to yourself. There's play, there's fun, there's restorative activities that you've needed to give to yourself. There's creativity that wants to pour in, play that needs to pour in. And then all of a sudden, I feel like new love starts to come in. New tools start to come in. New powerful aha moments, and like the next order of operations start to come in. And you can actually turn your back and move forward towards embracing these goals and these new ideas. But I feel like some of you, it's like some of us are in a place where we really need to enjoy the fucking ride. You know what I mean? And like, I know that a good amount of faith is required in that. Hydrate. And so I feel like for some of you, Jupiter retrograde wants you to reevaluate your relationship to this Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or to your children, or to the concept of children, or to marriage, or the concept of marriage. Wants you to reevaluate your relationship to the way that you view your children's father, specifically the way that you talk about your children's father in front of them, or how you respond when they talk about him in front of you. There also could be something about moving, a parent moving and having to have a conversation, like taking a leap of faith of having a conversation, or like co-parenting, or something about, because like I'm moving and I need the kid to come with me, or I'm moving and I want us to start this relationship, or I'm moving and something may require like a choice or a move with the two wands that are here. And I feel like the divine does support this move. So there are three of wands on the bottom of the deck. There could be just moving, or like a lot of travel or something of that nature. But I do feel like also I just heard some of you meet yourself in the desert. You meet yourself in the heat. Or you meet your match in the desert, or you meet your match in the heat somewhere, or in the heat of the moment, or in the heat of, like, it could be like a hot or tropical place. It could be coastal as well, with the Three of Wands on the bottom of the deck. I can already tell this reading is going to be longer than I want it to be, but such is life. I low-key want to clarify that. I just feel like zooming out and looking at it, Jupiter retrograde wants us to reevaluate our come-up plan. Like, what is the plan? What is the goal? Are your actions matching your ambitions, babe? Because, you know, your actions are what actualizes your ambitions. And, you know, faith without works is dead. And so there is something about, like, acting on it, the initial stages of a relationship and the initial stages of a passion, of some sort of ambition or drive, being brave, really like going for it. And I feel like you need to reevaluate your concept or the visualization that you've had of the journey, especially if you are a fire sign or an earth sign. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn placements. All right, and so let's see. The rebel planet, Uranus, the weirdo, freedom, the great awakener, upheaval, Jupiter retrograde. Not Jupiter, Uranus, excuse me. Let me go ahead and clear Jupiter out, his big ass. Uranus. Asking Uranus retrograde. The energy of Uranus retrograde. What do you want us to reevaluate during this retrograde? What does Uranus retrograde want us to reevaluate? Uranus retrograde in Taurus 2023. What does it want us to reevaluate? Okay. Page of Cups. Another page again, starting with 2 pages. The Two of Swords reversed. Fucking Jupiter, the Wheel of Fortune. They're right next to each other. Not right, but they're close. And then the Nine of Pentacles. With the Magician reversed on the bottom of the deck, and that's Mercury. I feel like Uranus retrograde, Uranus, electricity, our urges, upheaval, the awakener. He's like, yo, wake the fuck up to your magic. You are so supported. You started something, now finish it. You initiated something. It can take you, and absolutely it's going to be a bumpy ride, and that's going to be the best part about getting to settle into this. This makes you seasoned. The bumpy ride. Go listen to Bumpy Ride by Robin. That's on her first album. Oh my gosh. It's like, yeah, we've started, we're still, I don't even care if you're 50 and you are watching this. You are still, in your spirit, in your heart, in your mind, in your soul, you are still so youthful, so young. There's still so much life left to live. And there's so much energy, so much creativity to tap into. There is something about starting anew, allowing yourself to take the blindfold off. With it being reversed, it's like this been overdue. You've been known, especially since these eclipses, the series of supermoons that we've had and the fucking eclipses, you've known that there's been some kind of veil over your eyes or scales over your eyes, or there's been some kind of way you've been holding yourself back. It may have had to do with technology. It may have had to do with the way that you were talking, the way that you were presenting yourself. It may have had to do with defense mechanisms or coping mechanisms, outdated ways of protecting yourself. We may have been putting our emotions on the back burner, putting our feelings on the back burner, all the romance on the back burner. And it's been a fucking bumpy ride. Sometimes life will be a bumpy. Anyway, it's been bumpy, and this is a turning point. Uranus wants us to reevaluate our relationships to the beginning, to the start, to that childlike joy and wonder that like bubbles up in us when we like something, when we like someone, when we like start something new. It's like can you tap into that? Can you tap into that and then build on that? Can you tap into that, sustain that, and then build on that? Even when the road gets bumpy, can you keep fucking going? Can you keep fucking going? Because if you fucking keep going, if you just stop allowing yourself to talk yourself out of it and tell yourself that you're tired and not tap into that yellow solar plexus chakra energy that harnesses and governs your willpower, if you don't learn how to manipulate your energy and mind over matter, Frank Ocean, mind over matter is magic, I do magic. If you don't, the magician is Mercury. Mercury is a planet of the mind. So therefore, mind over matter is magic. You do magic. If you can tap into the magic of your mind, which will ignite your solar plexus willpower energy, you can push forward. Even when the road is bumpy, even when you don't have all the signs, even when things are uncertain, you just got to get quiet enough to let God tell you what this is for you, what your prosperity is, what your particular brand of prosperity, what your particular brand of fulfillment and success and stability and comfort and luxury, what that is for you. That is between you and the God of your understanding. Everybody's Nine of Pentacles does not look the same. 22 on the motherfucking clock as we talk about mastery. And I'm just... Baby, you have everything that you need. Move forward. Come what may. You got this. And Uranus upheaval is like, hey, we got to start focusing on that inner child, that initiatory energy. Tap into that inner rebellion, that inner child, the one that loves it, like love like children do, create like children do, play like children do, even work like children do. And maybe for some of you, you need smaller bursts of work and more like balanced work play. Maybe working in some recess there every now and again. Uranus wants you to stop being afraid, wants you to put your weapons down, stop being so damn defensive, wants you to evaluate your relationship to the ways that you talk yourself out of things and the ways that you isolate yourself. Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius, and Aquarius is hope, wishes, friends in higher places, and the kind of friends that will fucking, I want to say, coagulate together, that are so open and so like-minded that they can like coagulate and make a fucking rebellion, birth a new era, birth a new paradigm. That's real Christ consciousness shit right there. And I feel like Uranus retrograde really wants us to put our weapons down and to peel back the illusion of separation, to peel back the illusion of your need for protection. It's just like, what gun, what sword, what knife, what drug is more powerful than the divine? And I feel like if we would get ourselves out of the place where Uranus wants us to reevaluate our relationship to our defense mechanisms, our vices, and how we run to them, and how it blocks us or keeps us isolated or keeps us numb in some sort of way. And Uranus wants us to reevaluate our relationship to change. The Wheel of Fortune is a turning point. It is a change in station. What is up can go down. What is down can go up. So all you can do is go ahead and study what you're fucking passionate about. Go ahead and study. If you look, they're all studying what you want to create, what you want to offer. What is your legacy? What do you want to be known for? What is your ultimate ambition? What feels purposeful? Stop sleeping on your magic. Stop being afraid of what other people think. Stop being afraid of being the fucking weirdo. All this shit is real and all of it's fake at the same fucking time. Your girl be out here hugging trees and laying in the grass with my fucking toes twined in the blades and in public. And I just can tell you that there's nothing more freeing than like not giving a fuck. And if there's like, I wish I could like impart that into people. And I thank God for my Aries sun. The older that I got, that I just like lean in, like, I am the dopest motherfucker on earth, and I am also the scary thing in the alley that you should be afraid of, so I'm not going to be afraid of anything. As I said that, see? Anyway. I do want to clarify the Two of Swords reverse. Please clarify the Two of Swords reverse. The only reversal that's out. What does Uranus retrograde want us to reevaluate when it comes to this Two of Swords? The Nine of Wands reverse. Funny, blindfold on. And then it looks like the blindfold off. Hey, you do the work. I feel like you can take the blindfold off by way of really tapping into your surroundings, getting really grounded with the feet at the top. I feel like there's, you can get free and you can break yourself free by way of grounding, eating better quality food, being more regimented, being more methodical, being more disciplined about getting more disciplined about rebuilding your relationship to nature, hiking more, walking more, exercising more, tapping into your resources, understanding that your thinking has been too linear, your thinking has been blocked and it's been too linear in some sort of way, and so that has restricted your spirit, and that's the end of that. The Nine of Wands is like, this is the end of a cycle of how you connect to your physical, spiritual, and sexual energy. We're getting ready to walk into Sagittarius season, baby, and I feel like it's about to be very different. This is mutable fire, you know, and mutable fire doesn't know how to act right. It doesn't act, I can tell you, mutable fire does not act how you want it to act. And it loves surprising you. It loves to put on a show, which is why there's so many famous Sagittarians. This is Jupiter, but Jupiter traditionally rules Sagittarius and Pisces. Please clarify the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune is the only major arcana that came out, and it's actually Jupiter, and so that's funny because they're together. What I fucking say? I can't make this shit up, y'all. Hydrate. What'd I say? A change in station. A lot of us have put the work in. And we are, for those of you who've already, you feel real close to this, next thing you know is all of a sudden you're about to get the download about what the Emperor level looks like. And I feel like it's going to really challenge what you think about yourself. It's going to really challenge your self-confidence. It's going to really challenge your relationship to gratitude. It's going to really challenge your morality, your ethics. Who are you when you have money? Who are you when you have power? Who are you when you are over people? Who are you when you become a manager? Who are you when you become a CEO? Who are you when you become an entrepreneur and you have to work for yourself and you have to create your own schedule and you have to be completely disciplined by yourself? No one gets to tell you what to do. You make your own. Who are you then? Who are you? All the things that you're asking for, who are you when you get them? Who are you now in relation to when you get them? What is this version? What does your Emperor version look like? What does your version of the Emperor look like? Excuse me. For some of you, there may be somebody with Sagittarius, Pisces, Aries, or Scorpio. Maybe even Taurus placements coming in. Somebody that may be older than you, somebody that I feel like can take you places, somebody that is kind of like whisk away, treat you well. I feel like there's maybe even trips with your father or trips with this person or somebody that's older, someone that's more established. There could just be someone or you reaching to a higher station, you getting to do this for other people. You really, yeah, I mean, and all that's required, Magician reverse, letting go of this victimized, wounded, scared, terrified, clinging to the old, letting go of this old mindset. For a lot of you, this is about like, ooh, some of us, like, we need to get on some like low dosage of Adderall or Ritalin or whatever. For some, it's like, go ahead and you need to get on, you need to maybe evaluate like St. John's wort or some sort of like natural antidepressant. If you've already done that and it hasn't worked and you really have done your research and you like stuck to it for 3 months and it didn't work, then maybe go ahead and like look at Wellbutrin or antidepressants, or you know what I mean? Like, it's time to get out of this stuck mindset that this is how my life always is. Your self-image dictates your entire life. And what your version of the King of Wands or the Emperor is will impact and influence a lot of your life. I feel like also what these planets are saying is there's a lot of masculine energy that's out here. And I feel like we're really being asked to reevaluate our relationship to masculine energy, reevaluating our relationship to the patriarchy. I feel like there's going to be a lot of apologies coming in. There's going to be some people stepping down. I just saw 3333 on the clock. Absolutely. In the name of the Most High, I feel like the right people are about to be put in power. So we shall see. It's a cycle. So what are these two retrogrades? What is Uranus and Jupiter retrograde? What is this? What are they meant to, what are these transits meant to teach us? Knight of Swords reversed, to slow the fuck down and reevaluate what we actually want. In Taurus, Taurus is a sign of I have. And you slowing down, reevaluating what you have is going to alter your Scorpio desires. And you taking an assessment, you taking an emotional and physical, energetic, karmic inventory, you slowing the fuck down, you saying less. Also, Taurus is the throat. So I feel like this retrograde is like reevaluate how you talk, reevaluate what you talk about, reevaluate what you stand for, reevaluate the way that you revolt, the way that you rebel. Stop holding yourself back. You have this one fucking life. Make sure that you're on the right side of history, or that you've done your part to stand up for what's right, that you've done your part to teach your kids how to like use their critical thinking, how to not be just like another, you know, flesh bag looking at a blue screen. You know, looking at a fucking blue light screen. There is something really about these retrogrades are meant to tell us how to slow down. I feel like it's meant to bring in some emotional, spiritual, and creative outpourings so that we can get out of the ego and into a place of gratitude for the ability to accomplish something. I feel like these retrogrades are meant to teach us what's really worth standing up for, what's really worth evaluating in the face of opposition, in the face of change, in the face of abuse, in the face of violence. What's worth standing up for? What's worth, who do you need to stand up to? That's what I also feel like they're meant to teach us and reveal to us. Who do we need to stand up to? And they're also meant to teach you who the fuck you are, your particular powers, so that you can connect to and experience intimacy with others that are designated and on this path for you to move forward. I love the similarity in their outfits, actually. I feel like there's something about like you spiritually getting up off your throne and then going and connecting, like taking, absorbing your knowledge, guarding your gate, and then moving forward. A lot of us have been in a place of like profound self-protection. Please clarify the High Priestess. A lot of profound self-protection that's been going on because I feel like we've been really spiritually growing, learning how to defend ourselves, how to protect ourselves in the spirit, learning how to use our words properly, learning how to like retrain our mind, how to talk back to fear, how to put fear in its place. And I tell you, the key will always be is that spoken word supersedes thought. You got to say it out loud. Whatever negative thought that you're having or thinking, you've got to speak out loud the antithesis of it. And then eventually you get to the point where the divine, this realm that we're in starts to respond to just your no. Or your yes. Or you're leaning in or you're leaning back. Your ebb, your flow. It starts to respond. Please clarify please clarify the High Priestess. I feel like this retrograde is also teaching us to develop our intuition. I feel like it's showing us our fear of our intuition, our fear of our shadow, but it's also showing us how to integrate our light and our dark so that we can make spiritual choices versus making all of our choices from a very logical male part of ourselves. Please clarify the Two of Cups. And I feel like there is this new relationship to intimacy and entwining that is long overdue. A lot of us have been recovering from these fucking psychopaths running the world. There have been some extreme takers in our lives on the micro and the macro, and I feel like all of us are like long overdue for some recovery. And the wings on the red wings on the bottom, the red wing, the below is of the above, and the above is of the below. And I feel like there is angelically and divinely orchestrated unions coming in. These are those fucking jumbos we've been talking about. That's been coming up a lot. And I feel some type of way about it, but like the Jupiter, the 80 Jupiter-sized objects, they're not stars. that were found floating together in the Orion Nebula in fucking pairs, which is like never been seen or documented, we've never been able to see it. And I feel like, I was just about to say the lovers are coming. Y'all, I can't make this up. That just scared, y'all just see the genuine fear on my face. That terrified me. I was just about to say the motherfucking lovers are coming. And then I'm done. I had a couple more questions. Because I was just about to say, what's Jupiter and Uranus like bringing in? Connection. Intimacy. And that's why we've got to reevaluate all these things that we talked about previously so that we can prepare to do union better. We can prepare to reunite. We can prepare to be changed. Woo! That was it for me, y'all. That just, okay. Heard, love you. We got this.